Listen, Suki.
Right?
I want to shut you down now. I know you guys want to
shut
talk.
me down.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
I don't have to say the answer. It's not a matter of rewriting the past. It's a matter of where I was in the breakup. I am definitely guilty of going through a breakup scenario where I was like, I never loved them. My state of mind there, it's like just the heart felt like I'm digging in my feelings and going, I never loved them. And that's because of the space that we were in. A marriage relationship has to be nurtured.
Did you nurture those relationships? Because
I thought I was. I realized from the beginning, there was some affinity that I had for Robin that was significant. And in my mind, I wanted to elevate all my relationships to that point. And that's what I felt like I was working for.
were you in love with Kody when you got married to him?
I was, yeah.
Did you think Kody was in love with you?
He was, yeah.
So him saying, you know, Meri's rewriting history like crazy.
I think it's an easy way to blow off the fact that he doesn't want to admit that he really did love me, you know, and it's fine. Like, my big thing is, why don't you just say for once that you did and you changed your mind? Because that happens. That's okay. That's okay to change your mind, or that's okay to meet somebody else and fall in a different kind of love and this deeper love. That's okay. But you're minimizing me and our relationship and the fact that we started this family by saying it never happened.
As far as saying that he never loved his wives, yeah, I feel like that was rewriting past. I feel like that's just pain talking. I feel like that's bitterness talking, anger talking. He would say things in front of me all the time. In fact, he told me that when we were courting, he actually let me know quite often that he loved his wives. I think it was like a test, he said. And I was like, all it did was,
It reaffirmed?
It was an aphrodisiac. I was like, you love your wives, great.
You're a polygamist, so it's kind of like they're also
so I wasn't supposed to fall in love?
I don't know. I think I think the tenet was to love everybody equally.
Try that.
No.
Your relationship with all your children is different. Your relationship with all your friends is different. There are ones that do different things that have different fulfillments and stuff like that. It's like you find higher love, and then everybody just slaps you down for it. I'll tell you what, there's a divine aspect about my relationship with Robin, and we have been bitch slapped for it.
But
I'm sick of it.
I know, but
I'm like walking around with, like, I love this woman and I want peace in this relationship.
Right.
But I'm to the point where I'm walking around flipping two birds because I am so sick and tired
but let's get
of
back
being guilted for loving Robin.
Yes, but you kind of contradicted yourself because
How?
you just
How did
kind
I
of said, because you said that you couldn't love a person the same way.
Are we supposed to go, okay, I was in sales all my life. There was always a better salesman.
And Christine
Am I
also
supposed to
said
go
you can't-
murder the better salesman because I'm so jealous that he's getting all the deals?
But Christine,
Let's get real. This is bullshit that just pisses me off, Suki.
The other thing was you mentioned running interference for Robin. How do you see that?
I feel like a lot of people want to pin the blame on Robin, and I don't think that she is necessarily innocent in this. I mean, it takes two. And so I think in a lot of ways, he's made himself even more villainous, I guess, to kind of take away some of the blame from her. This is just gospel according to Janelle. Like, I don't know, so.
Can you be specific about
I just feel like, all this stuff with rewriting history and talking about how the kids, and I just feel like he wants the focus on himself, not so much on Robin. Because there is a lot of accusations being thrown around about her.
What accusations?
That she broke up the family, that she never wanted the plural family. And I don't think so. In the very beginning, she was very much part of what we were trying to build.
So you think he's running interference to protect her?
I don't ever remember him being this mean. Never. He never was this mean. I've never seen him be so mean and so yeah, like all the rewriting of history, trying to hurt people. Like, I feel like it's a smokescreen.
Has she ever said it was
She mentioned Robin over and over in that scene.
Well, she feels
She's
like Robin
blaming
is.
Robin.
No, she said that Robin was always off topic. So whatever she felt, that she couldn't really express.
Why does it have to include Robin? Did Robin offend her? Did
Well,
Robin do something wrong to her?
I don't know. Maybe she felt that Robin was in this incredibly
No, it's
special love with you. I mean,
that's just not dealing with. That absolutely is Janelle and I not dealing with Janelle and Kody. It really has. Every relationship has to boil down to what that relationship was. My relationship with Robin hasn't been affected by these other relationships other than my own reaction to them.
well, Christine felt that she was abandoned, and the person that you chose to be with was Robin.
And I think that I just have to respectfully go, have a good life. Via con Dios. I don't care what broke us up. We know that we weren't good together.
But if you're going to make your future relationships better, isn't it like to have an interesting, introspective conversation
No.
about what went wrong, how it went wrong, and how do you expect to have friendships?
Janelle and I were trying to do that.
Wait. How do you? But you shut her down too.
Well,
When you were
okay.
having that conversation, you were like, "Well, we're not going to have this conversation."
I always felt like your life centered so much about Robin's house.
Well, in the past 2 years, Robin's been this place that things were safe.
Cody, even before that, it felt like I wasn't as important. I can remember one time we were traveling, I think it was my birthday, and you started getting mad at me about a conversation that I had had with her that I don't know how you knew about.
Don't go down that road. We're trying to heal things. More destruction isn't going to help us here.
Okay, then if I can't talk freely, then let's just leave it as I don't really want to.
I do believe she said, "Well, if this isn't safe,
Yeah. Okay. Listen, Suki.
right?
I want to shut you down now. I know you
You
guys
can't
wanna
shut me
talk.
down.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
I don't have to say the answer.
Okay, you could act like a baby and not do this, but
No,
we're
the
adults
thing
having
is-
a conversation."
But listen, I'm not going to sit here and continue when they've moved on and go, oh, they did me wrong or they did this or that. I'm sorry, I was at fault too. Is that all anybody's looking for?
No.
Hey, ladies, I'm sorry, I was at fault too. I just didn't see a future. I wasn't happy. I hope everybody's happy now. And if you're not, I hope that's not because of anything I'm doing or I'm saying. It's Suki, it's time to move on. They've all left.
Well, what you just did there was accountability.
I would love to have it back.
You could not get over the betrayal when it came to Meri.
I did, though, because I gave it plenty of time. I got out of the anger phase. I'd go over and see her all the time, and it was still antagonistic. I was like, it was kind of like I had put up with this antagonistic relationship for years before the big problem manifest. And when those calls started to interrupt our life, I was just interpreting this way. That you didn't want to be out of the family, you just wanted out of your relationship with me. You seemed so angry, I didn't feel like I could get to you. I didn't feel like we could even talk. And then afterwards, I was like, well, I never want to have a relationship like that again. So we're going to do counseling. We're going to figure out a different relationship. It was still antagonistic. It was antagonistic, Suki, until her and I and my brother-in-law, Nathan, were moving her. It was antagonistic.
You think she released it all at that moment?
I think Meri went, I'm free, and forgave. I don't want to jump to the end, but that day was just, it worked. It was good. And when I'm leaving, there's awareness that Meri and I had this good experience, and I left her sobbing. Meri, it's the end of an era. We had something special. And it feels like it just all went to sort of. I'm not bitter anymore. I'm not angry. I'm glad you and I got that figured out. Until the next guy, if you marry again and everything like that, it's got to, I mean, I won't be weird about it. Even though that got weird, I'm sorry.
Would you be the flower girl?
No, I get to walk her down the aisle. Yeah, it was just like, it was an awareness that it was all over, that this was the end, kind of more having to do with the whole family and everything. We treated each other good and we treated each other bad. And in the end, we remembered a lot of the bad during the breakup. And then when you're friends again, you remember more of the good. And you go, yeah, we shouldn't be together, but boy, there was special times.
I just want to know, what do you think that was all about? Was that confusing for Meri to experience that? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I asked him, he told me about it, and I was like, why? You know, like, because I'm in my head, it's like, you could have figured this out with her. Like, why are you getting emotional? And he was like, it's just an end of an era, it's nostalgia. And I was like, okay.
were you surprised at his reaction?
It was very confusing to me. I was like, what is happening here? I am so confused.
You looked confused, and you were almost inquisitive. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what were you confused?
I remember that moment and I was like, I'm just gonna let this play out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what these emotions are. He's like, we had something special, you know, and like, was he talking about me and him? Was he talking about the whole family? Was he talking, you know, and it could have been either. I don't know.
He's sitting there sobbing. Oh, God, it made me so mad.
Well, what did you think about that when he was getting that
Disgusting.
emotional? Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, buddy? You need to turn a mirror on yourself, and you need to look at yourself good and hard. You wonder what ended this era, and it was you. You picked favorites. He picked favorites. He did. And then he tried to pretend like it wasn't true, and it was all us, and it was not even. And you can't do that. You just can't do it. And come on. He's just playing a game with her heart right there. You're leaving, but let me be like, let me be so vulnerable and open with you. He's been stringing her along for years and years and years, and then he turns around and does this? Disrespectful, completely. That is rude.
Yeah.
That was rude.
I mean, I get that I'm his favorite ex-wife, and I get that he wants to walk me down the aisle when I get married.
That's really a lot. How did you feel when he said that?
That was weird.
Would you want him to do that?
No, I don't think so. No. And, yeah, no. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. The more I think about it, the more weird it is. It's like, what? No. Mm-mm.
I hope I get to walk you down the aisle. That's an honorable role. What are you talking about? No. You broke her heart over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You don't get to do that. You don't treat people like that. I'm embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed for him to see stuff like that.
He and I actually had a conversation a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And he said to me, I'm still grieving the loss of our marriage. I'm grieving. And I said, Kody, you don't get to tell me that. And he said, yes, I do. And I said, no, you don't. After all of the things that you've said about me on the show and in public and to the world about how you never loved me and all these very hurtful things, you don't get to tell me that you're grieving. If you are grieving, you figure that out on yourself. This is an example of me giving it back to him to carry. He doesn't get to burden me down with his grief of our relationship after all of the things that he said. I'm not saying he can't grieve, he just can't bring it to me. This is the confusion. This is the confusion that I talk about. Like,
Mixed signals that you've gotten throughout your whole marriage.
yeah.
Why does he do that?
I don't know. That's a him question. I can't even pretend to be able to answer that.
But you know, it felt like, you know, when you were talking, you know, Kody mentioned that you were just looking at Robin. Were you just looking at Robin, or were you just kind of trying to connect?
Anybody knows me, I'm a people person. I was try and make a conversation. I've never met him before, so.
Did it feel like trial by fire in some way? Like, you know?
I just needed to get it done.
Yeah.
I was just excited also to have it done. They need to meet. David's gonna be in my life for the rest of my life. Kody's in my life for the rest of my life. So it's like they just needed to meet. Everybody needed to meet. And I was excited to just get that done with.
Well, would you ever consider going on a double date in the future?
In the future, yes. Right now, no, but in the future, yes. Honestly, I'd have to talk a lot about it beforehand and just be like, I mean, I'd be a mess before. I'd be like, I don't know if I can do this. And Dave would be like, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna be fine. I'm here, I got you. Just have a lot of nervousness about that. I mean, a lot of nervousness about being around them right now.
Nervousness over, what is that nervousness from?
Because who he thinks I am isn't me. When he says that I, smack talk, like I talk bad about him behind his back, and I never wanted to live polygamy, and I was this way with Robin, and he says all these things about me that aren't true. He doesn't know who I am. So for me to go into him and be like, look, I was married to you for 26 years. You should know who I am. But he doesn't know. He keeps on saying things that I hear, and I don't like what he says about me. I haven't liked what he has said about me for years. So do I want to be around that? No, I don't.
Is that because possibly you were trying to be a different person in the relationship than what maybe Kody wanted?
No, it's because I gave it my all.
Yeah.
I gave it everything that I was, everything that I did was for the family. Whatever he needed, I did. Because when I do anything, I am all in. And for him to dissect that and say it was anything less for me.
I mean, I have a good relationship with Meri. And I still am not talking with Christine. Are we gonna fix that? I don't know.
We all certainly hope so.
Yeah.
She wants to fix it. She sat here on the
Does
couch.
she?
She literally sat here on the couch. Remember the conversation that you had? And you said you'd love to take David out on a guy's weekend?
Yeah, that's just, it wouldn't be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
yeah.
she actually said, yeah, a possible double date in the future. She was open to it.
You know, we just haven't healed that much.
Have you seen each other that much to heal? Maybe that would be a first step.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Why?
Personal reasons.
Maybe not having the first date, or maybe not having a double date?
No. No, Christine's very undermining. I don't think so. I don't want to discuss it because...
Why don't you meet her where she's at? What is this?
There's a hair on me.
Oh. I don't know if it was an action of I'm discarding.
No, I'm just
No.
not... There's just...
You said she has a way of undermining. That's your intrepidation? I'm trying to understand.
There's nothing left to say right now about that.
Are we gonna do a stare down competition? Because I'll stare back at you.
I'm just staring because there's nothing to say.
I feel like that I've gone into this situation like very trusting of everybody in my family. And then I hear all the different things. Like Janelle was saying, no, I haven't been in charge of the finances. And Kody and Robin have said, yeah, she has been. And I'm just like, anyway, it's a lot of pointing fingers. And, at this point, I'm just like, can we just get it done? And then I don't have to deal with you guys because I don't know which one of you to trust. I don't know which one of you to believe.
It's like nobody understood the bookkeeping. We were all entangled with each other in this strange way. The debts hadn't been paid, and they had to be paid. So I was trying to straighten out a mess that I was handed to by Janelle.
Because Janelle didn't handle the debts.
No. Because she had a different perspective before her and I broke up about how things should be. She had too much influence on our money, and in the end, we're just getting it straightened out at the end.
But why does everyone think you're in charge of the finances? I mean, everyone...
Yeah, no, this is something I've begun to realize because Kody was always telling everybody that I was somehow calling the shots on the money. It's interesting, and I've started to observe that Kody likes to... He's attacked all of his wives that are leaving in the area that hurts them the most, or that they pride, or that they value, right? For Christine, it was devastating that he wasn't physically attracted to her. And for me, I'm one of those people who wants to be very fiscally responsible and very about, like, let's be responsible with our money. And so he wants to, like, sort of undermine that, or try to undermine that for me. It's wild to me that he was telling everybody that I was in charge.
Yeah, with her with finances, knocking her down so she doesn't feel smart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's rude. He knows the buttons to push. So with me, it was like, no, we're not going to be intimate anymore. Then he'd be like, well, you know, you could do this, and you could do this, and you could do this, and put it all on everybody else. He knows how to push the buttons, but he doesn't know how to take accountability for the fact that he just pushed a button.
So he knows what your weaknesses are?
Yeah, isn't that so sad? And he uses them against you. Like, he knew what I craved more than anything would have been like an intimate, romantic marriage and relationship. So yeah, he knew, yeah.
I think that there, like I said, is a recency bias, and I feel like that there's rewriting of history a lot, and I feel like now it's all about getting even with each other, and I feel like it's all about, trashing each other, and I'm like, okay, let's just be real here. Let's be honest about what actually was happening. It's okay to say, well, he was really good at this, or she was really good at this, or she was really wonderful this way, or, I just feel like to sit there and go, they were all bad, it's just not realistic.
I do think that there was a cycle of love bombing, and then almost kind of like a wind down.
I'm trying to figure out what the love bomb is.
Okay. For a narcissist, there's a cycle where you love bomb, and then there sort of is a waning, and then you almost kind of like destroy or hurt them. And then to fix it, you come back in and you love bomb. And so there was kind of this cycle.
You use the word narcissist? Are you saying Kody's a narcissist?
No, because I am not qualified to diagnose him. But I guess everybody will have to decide. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I read pop culture. I have no idea. But it does seem like there's quite a lot of similarities.
Why do you think it was so hard for Robin to see you leaving at that moment? All the tears and all that emotion.
I think that she realized that what she was wanting and what she was expecting when she came in the family was gone.
The whole
I was kind of like the
polygamous dream.
The last one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that she had been fighting for me for so long in her own way, and just realizing that it was done, it was over. I think it was a hard moment.
And she was reciprocating as much as she could.
I don't know if she was. I didn't feel like she was with me.
Before she moved, she talked like things were going to be the same, like that her and I could still have a relationship. And then after she moved, I was calling her and saying, hey, when you're in town, like, let's get together, let's go have fun.
Okay.
And it was like, I wasn't getting the same response backs, I was just kind of pushing against it, trying to asking. And then finally she said to me, she's like, I don't know how to be friends with my ex-husband's wife. So I've just been sort of giving her space.
Okay.
And maybe, in time she'll be able to come back. And so I've just been patient.
I mean, Meri wanted to fit in and belong and be part of a family, and she was hoping for so long that everything would be okay because she was being told by Robin, he still says he loves you. It's bull. whatever, and it's like, why are you leading her on like that? I feel like just Robin led her on all the time. I'm so glad that Meri came, like, she understood all of it. I love that. Her friends are just incredible. Jen is so freaking cool, just saying, she wasn't there when you needed her. That's not a good friend. But anyway, that was cool. It was good.
It may not have been fair to Meri, but Robin was always telling me to work out the relationship with her. I remember specifically saying once, oh, I'm not the only one in love with Robin.
Yeah.
Because Meri and Robin had
a friendship.
Yeah,
A
this
deep
is
love.
the breakup. One of the biggest tragedies about our breakup is, like Jen saying that Robin isn't loyal. You don't even know. But Jen's jealous. She wants to be Meri's best friend. She would never want Meri to have a relationship with Robin because Robin's a threat to her. Because Robin is just safe. Robin's safe for Meri too. Meri just doesn't want to admit that she's safe because Robin's Meri's ex-husband's wife.
I just saw the relationship as something that was really hard to watch because I felt like there was so much of the time where Robin was just manipulating Meri and be like, when you said that, did you really mean this, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I don't think so. But she would just kind of put words in Meri's mouth. And it was the weirdest thing to watch. They were weird to watch to me. I didn't get the relationship.
Help me understand that. I don't know.
I don't even know how to even. It's almost like there's these guidelines and stuff, and if Meri would fit in the guidelines where Robin wanted her to fit, like, please stay in the family and stay here. Your relationship is important to me. I love it that you're here and everything like that. Just keep staying on and keep holding on and keep holding on. Was that what made Robin a good sister wife? Was because she was telling Meri to hang on, hang on, hang on? Or I'd be like, why are you still in that relationship? Go. That's ridiculous.
Do you want to be a better friend to Meri?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, if there's anything that I can fix with her, I want to fix it. So, but it has to, I feel the same way that she's not reciprocating it either. So I'm kind of like, I think it's just a matter of the both of us kind of really putting the same kind of effort in, and it hasn't been the same. So, yeah.
In that clip with Robin, it's like, okay, you are having this pain about me leaving. That's a you thing. That's yours to carry. That's not mine. And I think for a lot of times, a lot of years, I was trying to take the blame. I was trying to, well, it's my fault. I need to fix it. And I needed to really learn to let that go.
It feels very icy right here.
It's just because, I don't feel icy. I just don't feel like it's there, which is really just, it's unfortunate, but it's just not there.
My goals were to have the family working well together.
Then?
Yeah, well, my goals still clear through moving to Flagstaff. I just lost faith. I literally was like, this desire for where all my wives are connecting with each other shattered in Flagstaff.
Are you happy now?
I'm happy in my home and my experience with Robin sans my ex-wives. I mean, as long as I'm not listening to them trash me, I mean, it's just constantly blame.
Okay, so let me ask you the bigger question. Would you do it all over again? Marrying these women and living a plural life. Would you do it all again?
No.
And all of the stages, Lehigh, Las Vegas,
It was the
Flagstaff.
experience that I had, and now that I've had the experience, I was like, I wouldn't do it again. So I did it. I had the experience, and we're still in the throes of the breakup, so to speak. Would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. Moving forward, I wouldn't do this again. And if I was starting over, like if I went back in time and was starting over, it's such a double-edged sword. I mean, that's a question that I can't fairly answer for another 10 years, I think.
Okay. A simple question, do you still believe in polygamy?
I think it can work. I think it's very important for all parties involved to be committed to it. And when all parties are not, as you see in our family, it doesn't work.
Would you do it again?
At this point in my life, no.
So,
I'm not gonna live polygamy again.
So Meri is going to be a monogamist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Would you ever see the possibility of staying in polygamy, taking another wife?
If the other 4 wives were still in?
No.
Oh, just me and Robin?
Yeah.
No, hell no. And I'll tell you why. Because we already failed. I would never try plural marriage again, because at this point, it's off the table because it was taken off the table. I'm just, Robin might say, hey, you know, I mean, listen, I think Robin's broken on it the same way I have.
Do you still believe in polygamy?
It's a tough one right now for me. If I had some sort of guarantee and Kody was up for it, yeah. But I have no guarantee and Cody's not up for it, and I'm scared to death of it now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you met somebody that would kind of fill the parameters and
It would have to be some sort of crazy guarantee. I'd have to have God talk to me and, like, you know,
yeah,
burning bushes kind of a thing.
you need a real sign.
Oh, I would.
The last time we spoke, you said you'd be open to polygamy.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Like, I'm not going to say no, but I just don't foresee that I'm going to meet very many people who live plural marriage these days. I live in the South now. I mean,
So would you be open to a monogamous relationship?
maybe, but I'm not definitely not going to be dating on those weird apps that you swipe.
Oh, like Tinder?
Yeah, no.
Describe what you're looking for.
Someone who's very solid, who knows who they are, not super flashy. I'm kind of done with flashy. Someone who's not so high maintenance, you know. I definitely don't want someone who's such a prima donna.
You said not high maintenance and not a prima donna.
Well, yeah, you know, I guess take that how you want.
I don't know how to take it.
I guess I just want, you know, it's interesting. I watch our children with their husbands, and I'm like, wow, that's a really different experience. You know what I mean? And they're very engaged with each other. And so, I don't know, I guess I'm just like, maybe I want something a little bit more like that.